He's always working on a shot. He's working on his pull-up jumper. He's working on everything. So, I tell him that he does need to look for that a little bit more because he's been putting the time in working on it. So I do think he'll score more points this year. At the same time, I think a problem in basketball at all levels right now are point guards who are just looking to score. So it's nice to have somebody that's really kind of, unselfish and seeing what everybody else has first. But there will be times that we need him to, to get to the hoop and score.
You got two big guys back. You've got Dallas Clayton, who I was surprised that, he's still a little on the lean side, but he's put on some muscle since last year. And you've got two big guys, actually one that didn't play at all last year.
Yeah, Dallas Clayton's been kind of night and day difference. The first scrimmage we had, I had some people tell me how good they thought he looked. And I said, well, that's probably the worst he's played this year. But he's still, he's put on 30 pounds of muscle. So he's still a little bit thin. He's still a little bit raw in certain things, but he's 7 feet tall, plays hard, and he's just kind of a sponge. He's just absorbing everything this year. Last year was so tough for him because he'd just get pushed off the block. You could probably guard him with a 6-foot guard if they were physical with him. This year, he's a little bit more of a challenge for people. The other guy, Merrick Small, I think he's going to be pretty good for us too. I kind of keep reminding him, he was here last year, but he literally didn't get a practice. Broke his wrist before we even started practice. And so he's a freshman. He's going through kind of all the learning curves that freshmen go. But he's very talented too, good big that, I think as the season progresses, he'll really help us.
Did you go into the recruiting process looking for anything in particular, or were you just looking for the best players you could find?
I think any time you come to a new place, you kind of have to figure out who's the right fit. So that's kind of more what we were trying to find. And we did have a little bit more time to recruit. Coach Owens, who, has moved on to Missouri Southern, but he was able to get out on the road last spring before he left and go see some of these guys in person and feel like he could really kind of vet the student athletes before we signed them. So good group of guys. Like I said, more than anything, we were trying to find guys who are good enough to play but really are the right fit for us.
Yeah, and that's a really good point because there are just some kids that, because of their background or whatever, as good as they may be, they might not fit in a place like this.
Yeah, exactly, or fit probably my style or how I want things to be done. I think coaches everywhere will tell you it's getting tougher and tougher just because so many guys are concerned about how many points they score, or they're being coached kind of by their AAU coach or their high school coach or their mom or dad or uncle or cousin. So it's getting to be more and more of a challenge, but I really feel like we put together the right group.
What have you seen from this new group of kids? A lot of freshmen, so there's got to be a transition deal.
There is. We have two transfers in Aiden Gare, 6'3", 6'4" wing. Micah Garrett, transfer. He's from Portland, Oregon, originally played at Casper. So those guys will start for us and be pretty good contributors. At the same time, we have some freshmen that kind of need to come along a little bit. I tell them to be patient with the process. I've been coaching freshmen for 20 years now, and that part hasn't changed too much, that it's a big difference for them, and you hope that your freshmen are better come January than they are right now.
Well, and that's the other thing. By the time you get halfway through the year, you can't afford to have these guys because you just have two classes. You can't afford to have them still playing like freshmen at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've coached some teams at Southern Idaho that I remember telling them, hey, when you freshmen quit being freshmen, we'll be pretty good. That kind of goes through my mind quite a bit with this year's group, and that we do need some other freshmen to kind of step up. And but to their credit, they're working every day. They're realizing that they have a lot to learn, and I feel like they're getting better every day.
There's a couple of guys I'd like you to talk just a little bit about. We don't have time to go through everybody, but we will over the course of the season. As the season starts, a couple of kids that are really intriguing. Micah Garrett kind of has that air about him. You can tell just kind of the way he moves and goes about his business that he's not a freshman. You can tell he's a little more experienced player. And you've got a young guy from Detroit who I think people are just going to love watching play. Talk about these two kids. I think Carlos Paul is the other kid that we're referring to here.
Yes, yeah. Carlos, he's the prototypical, probably should be playing tight end somewhere or defensive end or something, 6'5", not the tallest guy, but very strong. And I just like the way he plays. And watching him in high school, he posted up a lot. He asked for the ball around the block, which is crazy, but there's so many guys now that just want to shoot and dribble and do a bunch of things that maybe they're just okay at. He's really bought into what he's supposed to do. He's an offensive rebounder, defensive rebounder, but it's nice running an offense where you have somebody you can throw that ball down low to, and he'll be that guy for us. Micah Garrett, you're right. The thing I like about him is I feel like offensively he always just makes the right play. He's not forcing things. Sometimes he's almost non-existent out there, but at the same time he's just kind of letting the game come to him and not forcing things.
The game of basketball, you've got to be able to make the three anymore to be successful. And you've got some kids that can shoot the ball.
Yep.
Talk about Aiden Gare's range.
Yeah, Aiden can really shoot it. He thinks he's open when he walks in the gym.
Yep.
He brings a little bit of edge to him that, we kind of need with this group. He's just a talented enough scorer that, he does feel like he can score every time he has the ball in his hands. And it's a challenge as a coach because there's going to be times where we need him to just go get a bucket. And then there's going to be other times where we need him to not feel like he has to do too much and start forcing things. So that'll be a learning curve throughout the season. But like I said, it's more of a challenge for me because there are times when we need him to just go score. But yeah, him and Micah Garrett, just their experience that they've been around, and they're pretty much ready to go from day one. Now,
defensively, I thought in your scrimmage against United Prep, I thought that in the second half of that game, when you won in overtime, I thought you really played a lot better defensively. It's funny how that works. When you play better defensively, you play better offensively for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. And, that's part of the learning curve again. But we've really been trying to emphasize with them that, we're going to have nights where we're shooting the ball really well. And we're going to have nights where we're not shooting the ball well. And we're going to have nights where we got to go travel on the road. And, the saying, defense travels. So we're really trying to emphasize with them how important that is to get that stop, to get that rebound. And we'll play mostly man, but we'll probably throw some zone in there and, depending on what lineup we have out there.
Now, the opener with Linkier tonight, that's a really talented team, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They have a 7'1", 250-pound center. He's a very good player. They have some very talented wings that, we'll probably be recruiting, and I know other teams in our conference are recruiting. So from a talent perspective, they'll be, very similar to teams that we'll see in our league. And they're very well coached, very, very good program there. They'll be a tough challenge for us.
So what kind of style would you describe your team as best at playing right now?
I would say kind of in the middle. Like I think we can push the ball a little bit and play fast, but kind of going back to as many freshmen as we have, we want to make sure that they know how to play the right way. So there'll be times where we want to be opportunistic in pushing the ball. And, of course, Trey, our point guard, is really good at that in transition. So we want to do that. But I still feel like this is a team that if we need to can really grind out sets and pound that ball inside, wait for that good shot. So to be honest, part of it early on is we're still going to be trying to find our identity, but I think we can find a mixture.
Do you play Sterling White at the point, or are you going to move him to a two-guard? What's your plan with him?
Mostly at the point. He can shoot it. There's some other point guards. Gage Pitts, actually, from Thayer has really done a good job. Like I was saying earlier, it's kind of hard to find guys who are really point guards. So Trey is a guy that, probably, ideally, we'd like to play 35 minutes a night, maybe 38 minutes, just because he's always doing the right thing. He's a great defender as well, and he'll be out there for us a lot.
Gage Pitts, it looks like he belongs out there.
Yeah, I love Gage. His toughness, at times in practice early where maybe he struggled with the speed of the game, but he knows it, and so he's in the gym every day working. He knows he needs to get a little bit stronger and put some weight on and things like that, but he's a coach's kid, obviously, and he's just somebody who loves basketball. So if you tell him, hey, this is what you need to work on, he's going to go work on it. This is kind of his passion, and I definitely think he'll help us.
Be one player that we won't see tonight, and he figures into your guard rotation and is, I think, going to have a really good year for you.
Yeah, Kyle Germany. He's kind of that combo guard, can probably play a little bit of point for us if we need him to. Very athletic, slasher, can get to the hoop. But more than anything, what he brings is kind of a spark off the bench defensively. He can guard on the ball. He can guard off the ball. He unfortunately sustained a concussion last week in practice. So, probably in the old days he'd be out there. But, it's something that we take more serious now, and he's in concussion protocol. So we're hoping to have him when we go to Oklahoma.
And finally, your staff has doubled since last year. You've got Braxton Williams, of course, and Walt Belcher. How are they fitting in, and how are they liking things so far?
They're doing a great job. I appreciate them a lot. Coach Owens is a great friend of mine. He's like family to me, so I miss him. But at the same time, these guys have hit the ground running, and they work hard. They're in the office, long hours, and they're also just very passionate about it. They love basketball, and it's fun to sit around and talk hoops with them. It's also nice in practice just to be able to split practice up where where Braxton's at one end and Coach Belcher's at the other end, and I can kind of just sit there and manage things. And also, I feel like we're able to get the guys more individual workouts than we were before when there was just two of us, so they do a great job with that.
Finally, things have changed a little bit schedule-wise because it used to be you had to wait till after the first of the year before you saw any region teams. We're going to see people earlier than that this year, though, right?
Yeah, we're going to see Moberly here December 8th. So, you already feel like as a coach, you get asked the question, are you guys ready? And I never feel like we're ready. And I don't feel like we're ready to start conference play in December. But I'm sure all the other coaches feel the same way because it does seem like it's coming up pretty quick.
Jared Fay, thank you so much, and good luck tonight. Good luck this season.
All right, thank you, Harlan.
Jared Fay, head coach of the Grizzlies, and tip-off is coming up here on KDY. Missouri State University West Plains Grizzly basketball on Hot Country KDY is brought to you in part by Bailey Chevrolet, by Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Holiday Inn Express and Suites, by Missouri State University West Plains, by Ozarks Healthcare, and by Great Rivers Distributing. And now, Grizzly basketball on the home of the Grizzlies, KDY.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the West Plains Civic Center, Joe Paul Evans Arena. It's the Grizzlies and the Lions from Link Gear Prep in Branson as we get ready to kick off this basketball season. And it starts breakneck pace tonight. We'll have another game. We have a schedule change. Instead of a Thursday night game, it's going to be a Friday game, a Friday afternoon game that'll start at 5 against Missouri Baptist because of some scheduling conflicts. And the Grizzlies wanted to get the game in before the Zizzer football game on Friday night. So that's where we're at on that. We'll have a game on Friday at 5 with the Grizzlies, and then they'll play Sunday in Oklahoma City and Monday in Oklahoma City as well. 2 afternoon games. Both will start at 2 o'clock. These teams coming in, getting ready to get the season started. A lot of anticipation. We had a nice little get-together outside the east entrance to the Civic Center. We had food and drink, and folks are coming in, settling in, and getting ready for the ball game. Starting 5 for the Grizzlies as we kick it off tonight. Trey White at a guard. Trey is a sophomore from Chesapeake, Virginia, a 6'1" guard. Micah Garrett is a name you'll hear a lot this year. He is a 6'3" sophomore, a forward from Portland, Oregon. Aiden Gare is number 2, and he is a shooting machine. He is a 6'6" sophomore from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, the home of the Little League World Series. Carlos Paul III will play in the post. He is a 6'5" freshman from Southfield, Michigan. And Dallas Clayton, also playing down low, 7-foot sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand. Jared Fay, the head coach. Braxton Williams and Walt Belcher are the assistants. Link Year Prep will start with Isaiah Jackson, a 6'7" kid from Paragould, Arkansas. Ethan Brady, a 6'4" forward from Edmond, Oklahoma. Kevin Destin, a 6'6" forward from Fairhaven, Mississippi. Josiah Butler, a 6'3" guard from Appleton, Wisconsin. And Conrad Lisinski, he's the big guy Coach Fay was talking about. He is a 7'1" postman from Bartlett, Illinois. Nice crowd gathering in here on a Tuesday night to enjoy the first Grizzly game of the season. A lot of anticipation, a lot of new faces. You're going to hear a lot of names that you haven't heard before. We only have, coming back from last year's team, Dallas Clayton. Merrick Small was a part of the team last year, but he was injured and could not play. And Sterling White are the only returners, and a lot of freshmen and some very good talent. We will take a timeout, and we'll have the tip-off to this contest coming up in just a moment. And we hope you stay with us and enjoy the broadcast. Live stream is also on OzarkRadioNews.com and also on our Facebook pages. We're back in 90 seconds for the tip-off between the Grizzlies and the Lions on Hot Country KDY.
Bailey Chevy GMC, home of the Bailey Factor.
John Bailey again from Bailey Chevy GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Supporting our local schools is just part of the Bailey factor. You'll hear us cheering our local high school teams on the air and even on the sidelines. Come check out our great selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
Hi, this is Les. Get ready for fall with Oregon Log Splitters. We have the 25-ton 2500 series log splitter in stock. It was designed with the homeowner in mind, providing the power, durability required to meet your needs. High strength, heavy duty H-beam design, horizontal and vertical operation, optimized wedge and log catcher included for only $14.99.
Per speed and farm supply, we're more than up on store.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We're back at the West Plains Civic Center, and the starters are being introduced to the gathered crowd here. And this should be a really good game. The Grizzlies played 2 exhibition games over the last couple of weeks. They were able to beat United Prep from Nixa in overtime. Came from way behind and won that game. And the Grizzlies lost to this Link Year team in a scrimmage last Thursday night by 1, 90-89. And we have a great crowd here tonight as we get the introductions to these players who you're going to get familiar with as we go along through the season. By the way, I want to say another great job by Thora Broyles. She played the anthem on her flute. And as always, just fantastic. The officials for this basketball game are Mike Mabina, James Badham, and Jonathan Grayer. That's a trio that we've seen different combinations, and we'll see as the year goes by, but these guys will be here a lot. The Grizzlies will be in the home whites tonight. And the Link Year Prep Lions will be in black with blue trim and white numbers. Dallas Clayton at 7 feet will go up against Conrad Lasinski, who is 7'1". And there's always a little extra charge. We played a couple of exhibition games here, but that's nothing like playing for real, and they count starting tonight. Let's see if the Grizzlies get off to a 1-0 start against the Lions. The Grizzlies and the Lions will win this fight. Here's the ball in the air, tip won by the Grizzlies, and they're in the white. They'll go right to left when this game is underway. Trey White has the ball at the point, kicks it over to Carlos Paul to the point now. Big guy gets it to the right wing to Trey. Looks inside, whistle, holding foul to start the ball game, and that'll be on Isaiah Jackson. He'll draw the first foul of the ball game. Isaiah Jackson from Paragould, Arkansas, who the Grizzlies are looking at, recruiting. Here's the inbound play at the point. Gare for a 3 to start it. Good! And that's what he can do. Aiden Gare hits his first shot of the season and makes it 3-0. Down the left side, here's a drive to the paint. No good off the shot by Butler up ahead. Grizzlies, here's a pull-up shot for a 3. That's going to be a travel violation on Aiden Gare. on the catch and shoot. So the Grizzlies push the ball up the floor, but commit the turnover on the walking violation. They'll walk it up now from left to right. Josiah Butler from Appleton, Wisconsin. Over on the right wing, gets it there to Jackson, to the low block. Lisinski backs it down against Dallas Clayton. Left-hand turnaround hook, no good. Rebound Dallas, here we go, running the other way. Grizzlies don't have numbers. They'll get it in the left corner. Garrett out high. Here's Dallas Clayton. Back out to Trey White. Grizzlies lead 3-0, a minute, 7 seconds into the basketball game. Trey over a high screen, goes right, kicks it back outside. Garrett down the lane, stops, gets trapped, kicks it outside, threw it away out of bounds. Turnover second for the Grizzlies here in the early going. Lions come back looking for their first points. They'll take it to the right side. Lusinski, the 7'1" postman, can shoot it from the three. He'll give it up. Now out to the front to Butler, and the low block ball knocked away, and a steal. Good defensive play by Micah Garrett that time for the Grizzlies as they come away with one. Trey White, he's kind of a guy this team is built around. He'll pull it out to the point. He'll hold and wait. Now dribbles down to the right point, to the left elbow. Paul picks up the dribble. Double team, whistle, 3 seconds. 3 seconds call, and that'll be 3 turnovers on the Grizzlies here in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. And they've all 3 been different. A travel of 3 seconds and a throwaway. Isaiah Jackson over on the left side now. Curling off a screen, step back 3 for the tie. No good. Rebound long to the corner. Paul will let it go out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Grizzlies in the backcourt. We've got several home games here up until actually through Christmas time. We'll go over some of the schedule as we go along here. Aiden Gare has it in the corner. Ball knocked out of bounds away from him and out of bounds off the hands of Kevin Destin for Linkier. Linkier in the black, Grizzlies in the white. 3-0 Grizzly lead early in the ball game. 2.5 minutes in, Trey White out front. To the left corner, Aiden Gare. Low block, good. Pass down low. Paul up strong inside. Can't get it to go. Little body contact, but nothing called. Now up the left side. Here's Josiah Butler. Butler puts it on the deck, drives it, and hangs. Kicks it far right corner. Now drive down by Jackson. Back outside it goes. Lisinski to the left wing. Off the screen, no shot available to get it back to Jackson. And a whistle and a holding foul is going to be called against the Grizzlies. And this will be their first foul of the ball game, and that will go against Micah Garrett. Well, it's going to be on Trey White. Trey White with the foul. Here's a shot in the corner on the inbound. No good. Rebound to the Grizzlies. Micah Garrett on the glass. Trey White front court. Kicks it left corner. Micah with a 3. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound. Clayton puts it up. No good. Tipped off the rim. Picked up by Lusinski. And both teams seem to be a little tight here in the early going. Linkier comes back. Grizzlies sitting on 3. Right baseline fall away off the board. Good. Really nice catch and shoot that time by Kevin Destin. Down the right side of the key and banked it off the glass. Destin makes it a 3-2 ball game. Dallas Clayton over on the right side to Garrett. Lob pass, great pass into Paul. Pump fake, up and under, left-hand shot, no good. And the rebound to the 7-1, Conrad Lusinski, up ahead of the field. Here's a shot by Destin, blocked away by Clayton, out of bounds. So a 7-footer intimidated on defense at one end, and a 7-footer did the same thing at the other end. It'll stay with Linkier with 16:07 to go and 25 on the shot clock. Inbound play in the left corner. To the point. Here's Butler. Dribbles in, cut off to the right corner. Drives in, kicks it inside, outside, out to the left point. Right side Grizzlies are in a zone on this possession. Pass inside, good play by Dallas Clayton. Knocked away, but picked up quickly by Josiah Butler. Right elbow, turnaround by Destin is good. Kevin Destin gives the Lions their first lead. It's 4-3. 15:40 to go, first half. Trey White on the bounce near the timeline. Crossover with a pick and roll. Kicks it over. Aiden Garrett with a catch and shoot for a three. No good. Hit off the side iron, straight up off the glass, didn't fall. Now Butler. He'll shoot a three from the left point, and that's good. Josiah Butler. And we'll get a timeout call after Grizzlies hit their first shot. They've gone cold, and we have played a little over 4.5 minutes. And a timeout on the floor with the score. Lions 7, Grizzlies 3, and we're back in 30 seconds on KDY.
At Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains, your comfort and satisfaction is their top priority every day. That's why they're the top-rated Holiday Inn Express and Suite location for customer satisfaction, not just in America, but the world for 4 consecutive years. They feature a pool and an exercise facility, spacious, comfortable lobby and rooms offering comfort and relaxation. Make your reservation by calling 417-257-3000. Stay with the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 1301 Preacher Road Boulevard, West Plains.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We come back to the West Plains Civic Center, Joe Paul Evans Arena. I'm Harlan Hutchison to my right, got Jim Lampert to my left. Post player Lily Williams, who's taking up residence in the color chair tonight. All right, Paul will throw the ball in. Link here will pick up man-to-man, it looks like. They've been in the man-to-man since the start of the game. Carlos Paul, boy, you're going to like that kid when you watch him play this season. 6'5", but plays bigger. He's in the low block. Aiden Garrett down the lane, drives through, right-hand layup off the board, won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Isaiah Jackson. Now up front, down the lane. Here's a fall away by Butler for a 2. Around the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out. Micah Garrett has it for the Grizzlies. Trey White to the right elbow, backs it up. Gare looks in, gets it to Clayton, turns to the middle. Left-hand shot, good. Nice strong move that time by the 7-footer from Auckland, New Zealand, Dallas Clayton. That makes it 7-5. This Grizzly team don't mind working on defense, and that's a key deal. Here's an illegal screen call now at the offensive end for the Lions. And that's going to go against Josiah Butler. Second team foul on the Lions. Into the ball game for the Grizzlies. A couple of subs come into the ball game. Shagi Yavalia is in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Gogi 6'6" from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Kendall Peoples. Kendon Peoples, a 6'5" freshman, also from Virginia, from Hampton, Virginia. Low block, they get it down low. Here's Clayton, turns to the middle. Left-hand shot off the back iron, won't go. Tipped in the air, picked up by Lucinski. And back come the Lions. Posting up low block. Jackson turns inside, blocked away by Clayton. And the rebound, or the ball taken away that time by, again, Garrett. Second block of the night for Dallas Clayton. Has it in the low block on the right side. Turns toward the middle. Left-hand turn is good. Dallas Clayton showing some moves in the block. And that ties the game at 7-7. Right side, long 3 ball from the wing, no good. Rebound comes long, picked up by Lucinski. Back to the right baseline, Butler fell, and as he went down, his left foot touched the baseline, and that's a turnover on Linkier. Lucinski will come out of their lineup now. They will get substantially smaller, so you'd expect the Grizzlies to look inside. Gage Pitts from Thayer comes in the lineup. He handles the ball at the point. Brady Reynolds at 6'5", guarding the 7-foot Dallas Clayton inside. High post, good back cut, and a left-handed slam is missed by Peebles. Taken away by Linkier. Now ball stolen, and a foul will be called after the turnover, and that'll be on Ethan Brady for the Lions. It wasn't a case of Kendon not getting the ball up high enough over the rim. He just threw it a little bit hard and it hit off the back iron and came out. Gage Pitts out front. Off a pick and roll, steps through, hangs in the air and scores. Gage Pitts with his first college basket. And the people in Thayer cheer for the ex-Bobcat. Ball inside, tipped away by Gavilia, and it goes out of bounds. Rashad Weekly will come in from Florissant, Missouri, and a transfer from Moberly. And Carlos Paul will come back in the lineup for the Grizzlies. Dallas Clayton will come out. And with 12:10 to go in the first half. 9-7 game. Here's a pass down the lane. Ball tipped away. Picked back up in the right corner. Open shot for a three is off the side iron. Goes long to the corner. And it's chased down by Brady. Fall away from 17 off the offensive glass. No good. Rebound. Carlos Paul with it. Rashad Weekly in the front court. Gavilia out to the right point. Peebles. Right corner. Gage Pitts. Cut off on the baseline. Back out front. Whistle. Offensive foul is going to be called on Carlos Paul III. Called for a hook. And that'll be his first foul. Team's second. Now the Grizzlies are going to pick up full court. Into the basketball game is Cole Green, a 5'10 guard from Edmond, Oklahoma, for the Lions. 2-2-1 zone press for the Grizzlies. Cross-court pass, left side to the middle. They get ball. Jackson knocked away by Weekly. Rashad down the lane all the way. Hang, shoots, no good, but a foul on the play off the turnover, and Rashad Weekly will go to the free throw line for the Grizzlies. Rashad is listed a 6-foot guard, sophomore from Florissant, basically St. Louis, and transferred here from Moberly Junior College. First free throw for Shad is good. Rashad makes the first one. It's a 10-7 game. Grizzlies have scored 8 in a row after they were down. To make that 7 in a row after they're down 7-3. Here's the next one, good. 11-7 ball game. Backcourt against the Grizzly press. Jackson up the left side, double team, pass ahead, cross-court pass on the low block. Brady up with the shot, no good. Late whistle, but a foul will be called on the play on Rashad Weekly. That'll be in the act of shooting, so that'll put the Lions on the line here. First foul on Rashad, team foul number 3. And the first free throw is no good for Aiden Underbrown. Off the bench, Underbrown, a 6'7" forward from Elkins, Arkansas. The next one is good. (11-8). Grizzlies lead by 3. Trying to get the season off to a positive start and get a win. And a holding foul is going to be called. That's going to be against the kid that just came in, Cole Green. He's called for the personal foul. A holding foul as Gage Pitts was trying to cut down the lane, and Green had a handful of jersey. 15 foul now on the Lions. Couple away from the bonus here, almost halfway through the half. Pass down low, Paul. Post up inside. Up no good, but a foul on the play. He got position and got the defender on his hip and forced the foul. Free throw shooter is Carlos Paul III. In the act of shooting, so he'll get 2. First try is good. Now the lineup for the Lions, Scotty McDowell, 5'10" guard from Los Angeles, California. Link Year Prep based out of Branson. Here's the next free throw, and it's good. Carlos Paul gets his first college points. Up the right side. In the front court. Free throw line. Pass down low. Good ball movement. Layup is up and good. Nice passing. Brady Reynolds with the basket. Aiden Gare for the Grizzlies. Out front. Uvalia with it. Down the lane all the way. Goes up. Puts up the shot. No good. Ball tipped out long. And great hustle by Aiden Gare to keep it alive. Gare goes around the screen to the right. Down the lane. Lost the ball. Kicks it outside. Gavilia down the lane. Feeds across. Up and under. Layup is up and in. Kendon Peebles gets his first bucket at the college level. And a foul is ball out of bounds in the backcourt. And a foul is going to be called. And that'll be on Kendon. And that'll be his first. The upside for Kendon Peebles is terrific. He is a 6'5" freshman, Hampton, Virginia. Long. He can play pretty much any position, except maybe point guard. He was something in high school. Pass up the floor. Stolen ball. Here's Aiden Gare taking it all the way. Feeds it across far left corner to Gage Pitts. On the baseline, up and under, outside pass. Peebles for a three ball, no good. Rebound taken by Gavilia. Inside, goes up and scores. And we'll get a timeout. Linkier has turned it over 5 times. And the Grizzlies, since being behind 7-3, have outscored Linkier 14-3. And a timeout on the floor. 17-10, Grizzlies, first half. Back to the Civic Center in 30 seconds on KDY.
We might have just come out with our most refreshing Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer yet. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so it's always going to have a real refreshing fruit taste. Can refreshing get any more refreshing? Yep, it can, and it just did. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, made with coconut water and real fruit juice for a superior taste. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
$17-10 is the score. The Grizzlies with 9:42 left to go in the first half. The 5 right now. Gavilia along with Gare. Micah Garrett back again for the Grizzlies. Gage Pitts out there and Dallas Clayton. Lions break the press, get the front court. The Grizzlies will set up in a straight man-to-man. 9:30 to play. Lob pass over the top. Down low, a push-off by Clayton. He got caught. No, it's going to be a walk. Wow. Now the outside official, they're going to change the call because it is definitely a foul. The foul will go on Dallas Clayton. One official only saw the player, Lusinski, stagger backward and called it a walk. But the other official, that's why you got 3 of them out there, actually saw the foul take place. Inbound play for the Lions. Low block. Cook turns, faces, shoots over. Clayton, no good. Hung on the rim. Rebound put back by Lusinski, no good. He gets it back, puts it up again, and good. Conrad Lusinski takes it 17-12. Grizzlies 5-5 with the ball. Down the lane, they cut off Trey White. At the point, Gavilia. Out front, Micah Garrett. He's got a mismatch. Take it. Spins to the middle. Pull up. 13-foot jumper is good. Micah had the much smaller defender on him, and he took advantage of it. Lions push it up the floor. Micah got the mismatch with Scotty McDowell. at 5'10". He couldn't handle. Here's a travel violation on a catch-and-shoot play that time by Aiden Underbrown. So Linkier has committed 6 turnovers in the first half, first 12 minutes of the ball game. Trey White will bring the ball up the floor. Grizzlies trying to get some mismatches to the right corner. Garrett outside to Trey White. Back to Garrett, lob inside. Backing down low. Here's Clayton, turns with his left hand up, partially blocked, no good. Maybe some body contact. Back come the Lions with McDowell. Bounce pass to the right corner, Underbrown with it. Back out front. Josiah Butler to the high post, Lusinski. He can shoot the ball from outside, but he'll kick it back out to the point. Butler with 10 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass to the left wing. Back to the point. No shot. Good defense by Aiden Gare. Left wing long 3 ball is off the side iron. No good. And I'll tell you what, Dallas Clayton is cleaning up inside. He gets the rebound. The Grizzlies come back, look to add to a 7-point lead. Aiden Gare with a 3 in the left corner. Good. Aiden Gare from way back there. Made it 22-12. 10-point game now. The Grizzlies, since they've gone zone, they've really given the Lions some problems at the defensive end. McDowell has it on the baseline. Works in, gets double teamed, gets trapped, gets rid of it to the corner. McDowell shoots at the shot clock. Nope, didn't get it off in time. Mike Mabina, the outside official, said no way. Shot came out too late. Shot clock violation turnover, and that's 7 now on the Lions. Grizzlies have had 8 players score in the ball game so far. Trey White, high screen, left elbow, back outside now, left point. Aiden Gare, catch and shoot off the backboard, no good. Ball will be tipped along to the corner, chased down by Linkier with Josiah Butler. Here's a pass up and out of bounds. They were trying to get the ball to the rim to Kevin Destin. Pass too high and goes out of bounds, and the Grizzlies will come back with it. Your schedule says there's a game Thursday night. There is no game Thursday night for the Grizzlies. They will play Friday afternoon at 5 against Missouri Baptist here. Clayton, bounce pass inside to Paul. Good catch, post inside, blocked from behind by Lusinski. Lions take it away. Left elbow, fall-away jumper from 13 feet. That's up and good by Josiah Butler. He has 5, 22-14. Trey White dribbles in. Feeds underneath. Good feed to Gare. Back outside. Here's a 3 by Trey White. No good. It's a floorboard rebound as it hits the deck, and it's picked up. And the Lions go the other way with Josiah Butler. He'll drive in. Blocked out of bounds. 3rd block of the night for Dallas Clayton. Lusinski will have to come out of the lineup for Linkier. And so, again, they have to go after Lusinski, who is 7-1. They've got a few kids of size. And here's a breakaway on a steal. Gare all the way. Lays it up and in off the turnover. Aiden Gare has 8. 24-14. Right side front court, Aiden Underbrown from Elkins, Arkansas. You know where Elkins, Arkansas is? I don't either. Pass to the corner, out of bounds. He'll stay with Linkier with 5:21 to go in the first half. I have no idea where that is, but I'm going to guess probably around Little Rock somewhere. Just a guess. I have to look that up at halftime. Jim's going to do it. At the free throw line, back outside left wing, bounce pass to the left corner. Destin cross-court pass. Drive through, left-hand runner off the board, won't go. Rebound fought for, picked up inside, up and off the glass, and good on the offensive glass. Aiden Underbrown gets the bucket, and it's a 24-16 game. Trey White over on the right side. Aiden Gare, high post, right side. Paul tipped away, picked up, though, by Micah Garrett. Puts it up with the left hand, won't go, got his own board. To the corner, Peebles with a three ball, no good. Rebound is going to be chased down by Garrett. Great hustle at the point. Back to the corner. Micah with a three. Look, that's off the back iron, won't go. Good block out that time defensively by Aiden Underbrown. Near Fayetteville, okay. Over in the right corner. Here's a three, no good. Rebound tip picked up by Trey White. Let's run a little. We've got 4-on-3 numbers. Trey pushes, kicks it far right corner. Micah Garrett down the lane, inside, outside the left corner. There's a three by Garrett, no good. Followed his shot, got his own rebound. Wrap around, bounce pass underneath, and Peebles can't handle it out of bounds. And it goes back over to the Lions. Evalia comes back in the ball game for the Grizzlies, along with Rashad Weekly. And we get our first look tonight. And the kid I'm really high on, Nate Houston. He is a guard. The ball tipped out of bounds, almost stolen, but the Grizzlies will tip it out, and it'll be Lion basketball in their front court. But Nate Houston is Nate Houston III, 6'1" freshman guard from Toledo, Ohio. Free throw line, Underbrown to the point. Wide open three is up and in. That's Ethan Brady with his first basket of the ball game. And that tightens things. It's 24-19. Evalia gets it outside, now to the left point, Rashad Weekly. 14 on the shot clock. Weekly dribbles over at the point, down the lane all the way, hangs and shoots off the board, and good. Rashad Weekly with his first field goal, and it's a 4-point night for him so far, and it's 26-19. On the press, ball stolen. Long pass up ahead. Houston goes up, lays it up and in. Nate Houston gets in the book for the first time. Backcourt pressure. They get it across. Up ahead, 2-on-2 break. Pass over. Underbrown. Shot blocked out of bounds by Evalia. And it'll stay with the Lions. Got a good student section here. Pass inbounds to the left corner. Back out to the right point. Back to the ball game is Cole Green at a guard for Linkier. High post, turn around, face and shoot from 15, way off the mark. Kendon Peebles with a rebound. The Grizzlies will go right to left in the white. Peebles at the left point. Back over to Trey. Goes around a screen to the right. Back it goes. Evalia with a three. That's short. Rebound comes long and chased down by Josiah Butler, and here they come again. Near walk. Ball stolen away. Here's Peebles. He's going to try to finish this one. Two-handed dunk. I saw a lot of the video of him from high school. He did that a lot. He's got 4 points. Front court. Underbrown in the lane, blocked away. At the point, Peebles got a three look, and it's off the back iron and comes off. And it's picked up by Cole Green. Whistle, timeout. 1:46 left in the first half, a fast-moving half, with the Grizzlies on top of the Linkier Prep Lions from Branson, 30-19. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Garrett. Your backyard should be a fall oasis, not a challenge. With Steel, you can enjoy great value on outdoor power equipment that will get you there. From lightweight battery-powered blowers to easy-starting powerful chainsaws, Steel has what you need to take on your to-do list. Stop in and see us today.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
All right, we come back and we only have 1:46 to go until halftime. The Grizzlies started this game very slowly, but picked up the pace. Got some different combinations in the ball game. Dallas Clayton with some great defense around the basket. Now the Grizzlies in that 2-2-1 full court press. In the front court now. The Lions on offense with Josiah Butler. On the right side to Cole Green. Green to the high block. Low post pass. Ball lost out of bounds. That's a turnover. Aiden Underground had a little body contact there and lost control of it. That is the 13th first half turnover on link year. The Grizzlies right now with a 5 of Dallas Clayton, Gage Pitts, Aiden Gare, Trey White, and Gogi Invalia. And down the front court, here's Gage Pitts. Out front, off the screen. White looks underneath. Can't get it inside. Gare with a long three at the point, off the back iron. Rebound comes off to the corner. And that's Aiden's job. His job is to shoot the basketball when he is open because he has unlimited range. Left wing, here's an elbow jump shot, no good. Ivaliev with the rebound, and the Grizzlies come back the other way, trying to add on to the lead. Ivaliev drives the lane, puts it up, no good, but got a little body-on-body there with 47 seconds to go in the half. And that foul will go against Ethan Brady, his second foul for link year. In the act of shooting, Ivaliev with a free throw. Back iron, no good. One more try, and it's off the back iron and no good. So 0 for 2 for Gogi. 42 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock, this 10 seconds. After doing about 14 years of basketball, the Grizzlies have finally learned to check that shot clock when it looks like it's going to be close to a 10-second count, and that one wasn't even really close. 14 turnovers on link year. That's the big stat of the first half. Not quite ready to go yet. And Jonathan Grayer will reload and get it over to Gogi, who plays it inside, plays it at midcourt to Trey White. Screen to his right, takes it, gets a good screen. Now at the point, Gogi, they've got Dallas posted up inside, gets it inside, and a layup around and good with the left hand. Dallas Clayton has 6 points, 3 blocks. Good first half for Dallas. 32-19. 10 seconds to go in the half. Down the lane, a drive, feed it across. Great feed. Layup is up and in by Reynolds, and now a shot from midcourt at the horn, and that's off the top of the backboard. We've played 20 minutes, and the Grizzly fans enjoy what they've seen so far with an 11-point lead. The Grizzlies are on top in this one, 32-21. So that takes us to halftime, and Grizzly halftime is brought to you by Missouri State University, West Plains. Jim Lambert talks it over with the Chancellor, Dennis Lancaster, coming up next on Grizzly Halftime on KDY.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Time now for our Grizzly halftime show. It's the first Grizzly halftime show of the year. I'm Big Jim, sitting here with Chancellor Dennis Lancaster. I like saying that because I wanted you to get it for so long. I really did. A little history. I had class with you like a decade or so ago.
That's right.
Ethics.
Ethics. I'm going to say it was philosophy or ethics one. Same thing, but yeah.
So when the guy who teaches ethics becomes the chancellor, you're hoping for really good things.
You would hope.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
You guys have been really, really busy over there. I honestly had not been through campus in a while. And the other day I was picking up my daughter, and we were kind of driving around, and we kind of went through there. And to see all the growth and changes over the last 10 years from what used to be the post office.
Right.
Is now, what is that now?
That's Hastar.
Hastar.
Hastar Hall.
You guys are doing work on, is it Looney?
We have two projects at Looney. One is just finishing up, and one is about to begin.
So I'm seeing all these changes, and I'm thinking about how much it's expanded since I was there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, part of it is really with programming and taking advantage of the opportunities that come our way, Jim. I mean, right now, there are a lot of one-time monies that are available to us, and that's part of that is because of pandemic, some pandemic monies in terms of economic development, some just because the state coffers are good, and the state wants to make some strategic investments in workforce development type programs. So one of our big workforce development programs is a nursing program, and we continue to expand. We're full cohort for spring, and have asked permission and just got it to expand that just a little bit in those various areas. So with that comes need for additional space. Part of that's because of accreditation. You have to have so much space per student, and if we're going to grow, then we have to have additional space. So that's what you've just seen almost finished right now is the new lecture hall, which is on the south side of Looney Hall. Should be done, I think, here this week, we hope, and they're going to be asphalting that and get it all ready. All good inside.
I'm amazed by the footprint. Like, I remember the old student union.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
right.
So just seeing how much the campus has expanded from just like, for me, I think it was 4 buildings, maybe when I went, maybe 5.
Probably.
To what it is now is just amazing.
Sure. Yeah, from the mid 70s when we got Kellett Hall being the first building, and then added Central, the old Central School where I went to 4th and 5th grade, and my father went to high school and I think in the 30s or 40s. From there to today, I don't know how many buildings we have today, but of the last 3 years, 2 additions, 2 that's going to be there on Looney Hall. We've added the Hastar, which is part of that old post office, but then add on and redo. Amazing kind of facility because of just that, of having that post office in the middle of that. Adding on to Gone Hall with the Gone House from the Gone family, and that's where the Springfield programs are housed. So what else are we doing?
Let's jump from there to activities. You guys added esports, and you've added softball.
That's right. It's part of our enrollment quarter strategy. Part of what we've got to be doing is getting students in the seats, butts in the seats, as I say. And to do that, what would make someone want to come to the West Plains campus? There's a lot of reasons. Part of is academic programs. You would hope they're coming to get a degree and do something better with their careers and their lives. But you also have to have activities. I mean, we just don't live in a vacuum, just around the school and the classroom. And so what else, is there? So we're looking at adding additional sports. So we added women's softball this year, and this fall they've done their preseason scrimmages, and the real season starts in the spring, I think in February. So looking forward to that. But I think we have 18, 19 young women, mostly from Missouri, mostly from the region, very broad region. Let's put it at a range across southern Missouri. Great additions to campus, and a lot of excitement from the community around that. That's cool. Esports is the one that's just kind of flips me out. Part of it is it's hard for me to say sports with that, but I'm learning. Great interest in there. So I think we've have 15 players this fall. Their season's about to end, or may have just ended. And then they'll have another season, and actually different teams in the spring. So players vie to represent represent the university on the team, either as individuals or in small teams. It depends on the game. And so there'll be another set of games in the spring. But lots of interest. Oh, Jim, lots of interest in that program. We, just kind of some discussions looking at next fall, could have upward to 40 to 50 students playing esports with us. And
Very
so
cool.
It's like, how do we accommodate that? Because you're going to have some really good tech. You want to give them as much advantage as possible with things. But a lot of fun.
I feel like it's time for me to re-enroll. I mean, I already have one degree, so I could go get another degree.
Well, you never know. We got some inquiry from, I think it was Morocco. Someone wanted to come and play. Could they play remotely? I'm not sure what we did with that, but it is. I mean, you could play anywhere around the world, I suppose.
Well, let's talk about the affordability of higher education.
Sure.
One of the things that drove me to Missouri State, I didn't have A+.
Right.
Oops.
Yeah. Back in the day, Jim. Back in the day.
Back in the day, I didn't have A+. But nonetheless, it was still very affordable.
Yeah.
And I think it's still that way now.
We try we've got to watch the market. So, what we do is market driven in some respects. It depends on appropriations that we get from the state every year. It depends on enrollment. So as a university for our campus, while we're a 2-year campus, we're not a community college. So a community college has a tax district. And so you get a tax from the area served. And so we don't have that. That wasn't the way we were formed back in 1963. So our two main areas of revenue is enrollment and then appropriation. So if those don't hold steady or don't move up with inflationary kind of pressures that we all have, and we've seen certainly of late, then we do have to look at tuition. But we try to keep it as low as possible because we do serve, an area of need, and we want to be as accessible as possible to our students.
Well, and I think it's great having this as an opportunity in our area because I will say the world is not as large as it used to be. With
That's
online, with the gig economy and things like that, you can get your education at an affordable price. It's still a quality education, but you can still work anywhere in the world.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Our market these days, well, back in, when I started 30 years ago, our competitors were very close by. And now we compete all over the world. And so we have to have programs that fill a niche. We have to have quality programs that will attract people. But we really still serve our region. And
there was some great partnerships with Ozarks Healthcare.
Oh, we do. Ozarks Healthcare, partnerships with, as we're starting our new Ascend program, which is a transition program for students with autism. We have a private donor, Tracy Hollis, and she doesn't mind that I say this, but Tracy with TJ Swift House, and she and her family have been great partners in starting this program for us. That's just, I think it's just going to blossom. We have 3 students right now in this pilot program this fall. We anticipate only being able to add 10 a year for a period of time, and you'll see another building, Jim, coming out of the ground starting probably next June, July.
How does this program differ? Because I know a lot of parents of children with autism in the community.
Right. So this is not for every student that has autism. So these are for higher functioning, let's put it that way, students who just need to overcome some obstacles in going to college. So you're moving from high school where, in the public schools, where you have a very controlled may not be the right, but very facilitated environment, to college where it is, you get to pick your own class, you get to, here and here and here, and you have the obstacles of living on campus, perhaps, of how do I negotiate this transition between, public school, really being a child, if you will. That's someone will argue with me about that, but being a child into adulthood, and college being that transition. So we want to help in that, specifically with not therapies, but methods that come alongside our students who have autism, because there are so many options for them, and they have some unique skills that we would really like to help them in moving on to whatever it is that they want to do.
Dennis Lancaster with Missouri State University at West Plains. He is the chancellor, and we appreciate him joining us today for the Grizzly halftime show. We have run out of time, so it's time to get ready for more basketball action here on 102.5 KDY.
At Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains, your comfort and satisfaction is their top priority every day. That's why they're the top-rated Holiday Inn Express and Suite location for customer satisfaction, not just in America, but the world, for 4 consecutive years. They feature a pool and an exercise facility, spacious, comfortable lobby and rooms offering comfort and relaxation. Make your reservation by calling 417-257-3000. Stay with the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 1301 Preacher Road Boulevard, West Plains.
Bailey Chevy GMC, home of the Bailey Factor.
John Bailey again from Bailey Chevy GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Supporting our local schools is just part of the Bailey factor. You'll hear us cheering our local high school teams on the air and even on the sidelines. Come check out our great selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
And they're playing here tonight at the West Plains Civic Center, and it's the home opener. It's the season opener, and the Grizzlies with a lead of 32-21 at halftime. I got Lily Williams over here to my left. She is in. What grade are you in this year?
I am in 5th.
5th grade, and you're playing basketball, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're my first guest up here is this season. Is this your first year playing basketball? First year? Well, technically.
I don't know. I've played on so many teams.
What do you like best about playing basketball?
My teammates.
You like to score, don't you?
I'm not really one that's scoring half the time.
You will one of these days.
Probably.
And you'll really like it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Here at halftime, we've seen the Lily play post on her team, but Dallas Clayton, the postman for the Grizzlies, had a really good first half. He had 6 points, had 3 block shots, had, I'm guessing, 4 rebounds, and really did a good job playing in the pivot. And he was going up against the 7-1 kids who had kind of had his way very early in the game, Conrad Lisinski, but Lisinski was held to just 2 points in the first 20 minutes of the game. Scoring for the Grizzlies, and they have 9 players who have scored in the first half. Leading the way, Aiden Gare, who got the first basket of the ball game. He has 8 points. Just going down the line, Micah Garrett has 2. Carlos Paul with 2. Dallas Clayton with 6. 4 for Kendon Peebles. 2 points for Gage Pitts and Nate Houston. 4 points for Rashad Weekly and 2 points for Gogi Ivalia. For the Link-Year Prep Lions, their leading scorer in the first half was Josiah Butler with 5. 3 points from Ethan Brady. 4 points from Kevin Destin. 4 points for Brady Reynolds. 3 points for Aiden Underbrown. And 2 points from Conrad Lisinski. The big stat in the first half, the big difference in the first half, was turnovers. Link-Year Prep turned the ball over 14 times, and the Grizzlies with 5. And the Grizzlies turned the ball over 3 times in the first 2 minutes, so they didn't turn the ball over much at all the last 18 minutes of the first half. There's 2 turnovers for the rest of the half. So we're about ready to start the second half. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Grizzlies starting 5. And that's White, along with Clayton, Garrett, Gare, and Paul. Starting five, Jackson, Brady, Destin, Butler, and Lusinski for Linkier. Here we go, back to play. Linkier on offense in the black, shooting to our left. Popping out high, it's Isaiah Jackson. He'll hand the ball off. Now Butler will drive the lane. High shot, no good. Changed by Clayton. Picked back up, though, by the Lions. They'll shoot for three, no good. Rebound tipped off the rim. Volleyed around, picked up by Paul. Carlos Paul gets control. And the Grizzlies come back, trying to add to an 11-point lead. Micah Garrett in the right corner for a three. In and out. Rebound is knocked away. Loose ball, picked up. And back will come Linkier from right to left. Out on the left wing, Garrett guarding and fouling on the drive that time by Ethan Brady. Going to his right. A little forearm action that time for Micah Garrett. That's his first foul. Lions on offense, 32-21. Out on the perimeter to the point. Kevin Destin, left elbow pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebound comes along. Grizzlies on the run. Pass up ahead to Clayton, takes it all the way in, lays it up and good. That was really a good job by Dallas, slowing down, getting under control, gathered himself, and then laid it in, and he is tied for the scoring lead for the Grizzlies with 8 points with Aiden Garrett. Out front, Josiah Butler. Now drive down the right side of the key. High off the glass, no good. Rebound, Carlos Paul. You'll hear those words a lot this year. In the corner, Micah Garrett from one of the most beautiful states there is, and that is the state of Oregon. Garrett, low block. Paul with a catch. Guarded by Lusinski. Baseline Garrett with a little floater, too hard. Went over the top of the rim. Long pass up the floor. Taken by Destin. On the baseline, he picks up the dribble back out front. Jackson with a three ball. That's good. Isaiah Jackson. That's his first basket. 34-24. Low block, Clayton inside. Kicked it inside, outside. Left corner, Trey White for a three. In and out. Rebound. Garrett puts it up and in with two hands. Micah Garrett never hit the floor after he got the board and just pushed it back in the basket with two hands. It's a 36-24 game. Jackson right baseline, front court. Pulls up, shot good, foul in the play. The basket will count, and the foul will be against the Grizzlies. Dallas Clayton, who just had his arms straight up, and the offensive player probably initiated the contact, but as is the case so many times, the foul goes against the defensive player. Second foul on Dallas. Jackson, 5 points now. And no good on the free throw. Rebound to Clayton, and he got fouled on the rebound. That must have been on Lusinski. 17-16 to go. No, that's actually going to be on Ethan Brady, and that's his third foul. So he'll have to go to the bench. And they'll get Aiden Underbrown, 6'7" quarterback of the game. In the paint, here's Paulo, goes up. His shot blocked. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Conrad Lusinski for Linkier. Grizzly basketball underneath, right side of the basket. 36-26. Grizzly ball with a 10-point lead. Lob out front to Peebles. Kendon will hand it now to White, who comes after it. Right side high screen, dribbles to the left. Little floater with the right hand is good. Boy, he is so good at that shot. Trey White with his first basket of the night. And everyone who has played has scored in this game for the Grizzlies. Down lane Jackson, he goes up. Over Clayton, no good. Ball is tipped out. Picked up by Trey White. 3-on-3 break. Kick it on the wing. Micah with a three in the air. No good. Ball comes to the far right baseline and is picked up after the air ball by Josiah Butler. Left side, here's a set for a three, and that's good. Nothing but the bottom of the court for Isaiah Jackson. Jackson didn't score in the first half. He's got 8 here already after 4 minutes in the second half. 38-29. Here's Sterling White. He'll dribble to the right side to the wing. We'll hand the ball to Kendon Peebles. Pass across, a whistle, and a foul's going to be called. Josiah Butler will be called for his second foul. Gogi will come back in. Rashad Weekly will come back in for the Grizzlies. Gogi will throw the ball in. Low block, posting up. Gogi inside, double team, up and around. Right hand shot, no good. Rebound, though, Weekly gets it to the corner. Trey White back out to Shad, and a whistle. Got a shot clock situation here. There's 4 on the shot clock. There should be more than that. Gogi's initial shot did hit the rim, so the shot clock should have reset. And they're only going to put 8 seconds up. So Grizzly basketball, Rashad Weekly will throw it in on the baseline. Inbound play in the corner, back out to the left point. Trey White with 6. On the right wing, Weekly. Jab step, steps over, shoots a 3, no good. Rebound put up and no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Linkier, and it'll stay with the Grizzlies. Gogi, who stands 6'6", Kendon Peebles, who stands 6'5", both high in the air for that board, but it was slapped out of bounds by the Lions, and now Grizzly basketball to the point. Trey White with a 3, good! (41-29). Up the right sideline now. Link here in the front court, down by 12. Destin inside. They get the ball inside the paint. Shot is missed. Comes off and is tipped out. Picked back up by Linkier, and the shot is no good by Underbrown, but he was bodied on the shot. Blocking foul will be the call on Rashad Weekly. That'll be his second foul. 14:54 to play. A lot of game to go. And you're listening to KKDY West Plains. 8:03 in Mid-America. Free throw is good. Aiden Underbrown now has 4 points. Another try for Aiden Underbrown, 6'7". Next one good. 41-31. Like to go on a little run here, 8 or 10 points, and put a little mileage between us and them. Left corner Peebles for 3, no good. Rebound taken down on the weak side by Destin. And the Lions come back to the left corner with Jackson. Gets it to Underbrown down low. Spins to the middle. Double team. Trapped. Back outside. Destin with a jab step. Drives. Hangs off the glass. Good. Nice shot by Kevin Destin, who has 6. It's an 8-point game. 41-33. Gogi at the free throw line. Down the lane. Hangs. Shoots. Got fouled. Didn't get a call, though. And the rebound taken away by Luzinski, and the Lions trying to get back a little tighter. It's an 8-point contest right now. Butler out front. Gage Pitts in the ball game for the Grizzlies at a guard. He is on the ball. Now on the left side to the point, Luzinski. He'll get the ball to Butler. Guarded by Pitts. Knocked away. Picked back up. playing some defense. Good job by Gage Pitts. Now back around the horn it goes. With 1 on the shot clock, they didn't get it off in time. It forced and made it 3, but the shot clock expired after 14 turnovers in the first half. That's the first one against the Lions here in the second half after 6.5 minutes. Pitts will take over at the point now for the Grizzlies. Dribbles, bounce pass to the high post to Clayton. Baseline, Pitts, inside double team, cut off. Back outside it goes to Peeble. Gogi gets it inside to Dallas. Feeds and a great cut in the layup by Aiden Gare. What a good pass by Clayton. And now steal and a lay-in by Kendon Peeble. Boy, that happened. 4 points in a hurry. Down the front court, ball knocked away. Loose ball on the deck, taken away by the Grizzlies. Gare is double team. Gets it over the timeline now. 45-33, Grizzlies by 12. Gage Pitts, cross court, Peeble. Aiden Gare. Top of the circle, will shoot a 2, and it's good. And a foot on the line. Aiden Gare will have fall away at 12. 47-33. Grizzlies pick up the pace. Timeout on the floor with 12:25 to play in the second half. And the Grizzlies have turned the heat up on the Lions. 47-33. And we're back in a minute on Hot Country KDY.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
If you're just catching up with the game, whether you're watching the live stream on OzarksRadioNews.com or if you're listening on the radio or on the app, the Grizzlies have 10 players who have scored in this ballgame so far. Leading scorers are Dallas Clayton. Actually, Aiden Gare now has 12 points. Dallas has 8. And we're back to it, 47-33. Gage Pitts on the basketball, out on the wing on the 6'7" under Brown. On the right side to the right baseline, Jackson. Pass across, caught inside by Lusinski. Feeds inside, up and under shot, no good. Rebound, Gage Pitts, got a guy ahead of the field. There's Aiden Gare. He'll take it all the way to the hole. Hey, shoots, no good. Put back is good by Paul. Carlos Paul with 4. Great job running the floor that time. 49-33, biggest lead for the Grizzlies. Jackson, whistle, over and back call. He was falling into the back court and still spun threw the ball back forward, but I believe he may have been standing on the center court line. Brady Reynolds comes back in the lineup. 6'5" kid from Chandler, Arizona. And like so many other towns in Arizona, this one is very close to Phoenix. In the right corner, 3 ball is good by Aiden Gare. He's going to score a lot of points this year. That's his third 3 of the night, and a whistle. Hand check foul is going to be called on the Grizzlies at the defensive end. with 11:23 to go. Hand check foul on Gogi. That'll be his first foul, I think. Yep, first foul on him. So that'll stop things for the time being. Isaiah Jackson, who comes from Paragould, Arkansas, plays the ball in. Grizzlies go to his 2-3 zone. Josiah Butler. Destin to the left wing to Jackson. Jackson cut off. Good defense by Gage Pitts. Free throw line. Open jumper off the back iron. No good. Gogi with the rebound. He's tied up. And it'll be Grizzly basketball. 11:01 to go. This game is flying by. Gage Pitts will bring it up. To the right corner. Gogi cutting. There's Gare open. Kicks it out. Now on the left wing. Pitts back to Kendon in the corner with a three. Won't go. Rebound Aiden Gare, and the Grizzlies keep it. A three from the right corner for Aiden. Won't go. And now he tips it away as he followed his shot. Gogi had it, lost it. Picked up Destin 101 with Pitts. Stepped through. Right-hand shot off the board and good. Kevin Destin has 4. We'll make that. Kevin Destin has 4.5, 8 for the game. Gogi at the right point. 52-35 Grizzlies. 17-point game, 10-12 to go. Paul at the right elbow. He'll pull up and shoot from there. And it's, around and no good. Didn't get the roll, and an over-the-back foul is going to go against the Grizzlies on Kendon Peebles. Micah Garrett will check back in. Trey White will come in. Gage Pitts comes out as Trey White comes in. Front court, they beat the press by a couple of seconds. Brown bounce pass on the baseline is stolen away. Here comes Gare, long up ahead. Too far for Gogi, out of bounds. And we're going to get a media timeout with 9:47 to play in the second half. And the Grizzlies have pulled away and lead the Lions from Link-Year Prep 52-35. Back in a minute on KDY.
Bailey Shipping GMC, home of the Bailey Factor.
John Bailey again from Bailey Chevy GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Supporting our local schools is just part of the Bailey factor. You'll hear us cheering our local high school teams on the air and even on the sidelines. Come check out our great selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
We might have just come out with our most refreshing Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer yet. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so it's always going to have a real refreshing fruit taste. Can refreshing get any more refreshing? Yep, it can, and it just did. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, made with coconut water and real fruit juice for a superior taste. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Harlan Hutchison back at the Joe Paul Evans Arena in the West Plains Civic Center. Opening game for the Grizzlies. They lead at 52-35 over Link-Year Prep. Missouri Baptist will be here at 5 on Friday. Destin over on the right side, up the floor on the right wing now. Back it goes, and they'll set their offense with Josiah Butler out front. Grizzlies have been really good in this zone defense. It's been really effective. Forced a lot of turnovers in the first half. And 18 for the game. Pass in the low block. Over Brown, high off the board and good. Aiden Underbrown now has 7. 52-37, 15-point game. Gogi on the wing. Aiden wide open in the left corner. Let him shoot it there. No good. Rebounded by Butler, and back the other way they come. Destin, law pass on the low block. Back outside. Long three at the right point. Around no good. Rebound by Micah Garrett. Front court, Trey White. Right point, Gogi drives by his man, lays it up and in. Gogi now has 4. 8.5 to go, 54-37. On the right side. Moving in, going around the defender, missed shot by Butler, ball out of bounds, last touch by the Grizzlies. With 8:20 to play. Peebles back in the lineup for the Grizzlies for Hayden Gare. Scotty McDowell will come back in. 5'10 guard for the Lions from Linkier. Lob pass down low. Lisinski just got hammered as he got knocked to the floor. Well, that wasn't Lisinski. That was actually Underbrown who got pushed to the deck. I thought he went down awful easy to be that big. Gogi comes out. Dallas Clayton comes in. Rashad Weekly will come in the ball game. On the inbound play, McDowell gets it to the low block. Back outside it goes. Butler on the left wing. Destin with a 3 in the air. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound picked up by McDowell. Wraparound pass. Lost out of bounds. Fumbled out of bounds by Brady Reynolds. Turnover again on Linkier, who just committed their 19th turnover of the ball game. 54-37. Trey White will bring the ball up. Trey's wearing multicolored shoes. His defender, Scotty McDowell, is wearing bright green shoes. I bet if they turn the lights out, you can still see his feet in here. Shad Weekly gets it over to White. Drives in. A little right-hand floater off the board. Won't go. Rebounded by Brady Reynolds for Linkier. 17-point game to the right corner. Destin goes to the right baseline. Cut off on the left side. Reynolds shoots it. No good. Got his own board. Lays it up and in. 6 points for Brady Reynolds. Chandler, Arizona, where I bet it was over 72 degrees today. Backdoor cut. Weekly ball stolen away. Good defensive play that time by Kevin Destin from Fairhaven, Mississippi. We have relatives who live in Hernando, and that's very close to Fairhaven. In the left baseline. Here's a pull-up shot for a 2. No good. Rebounded by Dallas Clayton. We're going to have a player of the game each game. And the big guy from New Zealand for the Grizzlies is campaigning for that first prestigious award. Down the lane, White. Left corner. Here's Paul for a 3. Good! Carlos Paul stepped out and knocks one down from downtown. 57-39, 18. It is the biggest lead of the night. 6.5 minutes to go. Grizzly bench, Braxton Williams, Walt Belcher, along with head coach Jared Bay. Whistle will stop play. Jonathan Grayer may have called a kickball on that one. Nate Houston is in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Kendon Peebles is coming back in the ball game. The sophomores are pretty reliable. I asked Coach Fay the other day what, and now a whistle. This is bound to be a shot clock situation as one official talks to the other. James Badham will talk it over with Mr. Grayer, and he'll tell Jason Alexander to put 20 on the shot clock. Inbound play now with 20 to go. In the possession. Right corner, Jackson for a 3. It's an air ball picked up by Trey White. Grizzlies come back on the fly. Up the right side to the point. Nate Houston. Ball knocked away from him, picked up by Paul. Trey White goes behind the back, out to the point. Peebles. Pass inside, knocked away. Will have a push called against the Lions with 5:56 to go. That's going to be on Josiah Butler. That'll be his third foul. Yogi comes back in the ball game. Inbounds to Houston. Peebles off a screen, curls down the lane, goes up, partially blocked. He got fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line. And he's going to get a lot of that this year. Kendon, with those long arms, he can get, if he gets close to the basket, he's going to get the ball to the basket one way or the other. That's the first foul on Kevin Destin for the Lions, and Kendon Peebles is the free throw shooter. He's got 6 points tonight. Hasn't been a lot of free throws shot in this game. And his first free throw rims off, no good. $5:50 to go. Grizzlies comfortably in front, 57-39, and that free throw is good. 58-39. Destin will check out of the ball game right now for the Lions, and they'll substitute Cole Green at a guard spot. He has the ball in the backcourt against the press. Bounce pass up the right side of the floor. McDowell gets the ball now to Butler. McDowell on the right side with 13 on the shot clock. On the left wing, they look at the low block. Turning on inside. Really good move by Jackson. Up and good. Foul on the play. The basket will count. And the foul will go on Gavelia, and that'll be his second foul. And the basket is good for Isaiah Jackson. There's a possibility we could see this kid, number 5, Isaiah Jackson, maybe in a Grizzly uniform next year. He's being recruited by the Grizzlies and other teams in Region 16. Free throw is good. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. 5:24 to go. 58-42. Trey White will bring it. And the clock is our friend now, up by 16 with 5:12 to play. Carlos Paul, outside to the left, to the point, to the right side. Trey White, he's got a mismatch. Take it to the right baseline, goes in. Wraparound pass on the baseline, Peebles. Back out it goes to Gogi. Down the lane all the way. Right-hand layup won't go. It's tipped up. And the ball must have hit the rim. Shot clock goes off, but no stoppage of play, and Linkier comes away with it. Cole Green to the point. Scotty McDowell left side. Low block, Isaiah Jackson. Post up against Nate Houston. Up in, good. Foul in the play. Basket will count. That time Jackson, who stands 6'7", had Nate Houston on his hip. Nate is 6'1", so he'll get called for the foul. And that will be the first foul on Nate Houston. And Jackson to the line for another 3-point play. 58-44, and no good. Rebound, Aiden Garrett for the Grizzlies. To the point, White gives it to Garrett. Aiden Garrett, who transferred to West Plains from Frank Phillips in Texas. Free throw, here's a free throw jumper, actually a little further than that, up no good. And a rebound foul be called on Linkier. It's a single-digit number, but I couldn't tell if it was 5 or 3. It's going to be on 3, it looks like. Cole Green with his second foul. Inbound play, Grizzlies with Trey White. Left elbow, cutting down the lane. Gogi has it, lays it up and in. Boy, I like this kid a lot. Gavilia has 6. 60-44, knocked away in a steal. Grizzlies come away the other way. Crossover move. White lays it up on the move. Good, and he shot it over the bigger Aiden Underbrown at 6'7". And Trey finishes and has all 7 of his points in the second half, 62-44. on the left side. Cross-court pass. Down the lane, lost the ball momentarily, picked back up again. Back out on the left wing. McDowell with a three. That's too hard. Rebound picked up, though, by Jackson. And now the Lions reset. McDowell looks across to the left baseline. Underbrown in, right-hand baby hook, backboard, nothing else. And the ball pulled away by Carlos Paul. Long pass up ahead. Aiden Gare drives all the way, lays it in, and a great cross-court pass by Trey White set that up. And that is 17 for Aiden Gare. Now at the other end. Drop pass back to the middle. Little right-hand layup by Cole Green. His first basket for Link here. 64-46. 3 minutes to go. Grizzlies, no hurry here. Micah Garrett's going to check in a bit. Gogi drives in, stops, whistle, travel with the basketball. Turnover number 8 on the Grizzlies. Our next game, again, will be Friday, and that'll be here against Missouri Baptist. 5 o'clock start time Friday. So if you want to come watch the Grizzly game, you can, and you'll have time to get to the football game. At least I hope that's the case. This will be a first. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. Right baseline, Jackson wraparound pass. Back out to the point of steal. Trey White takes it the other way, goes up, lays it up and goes. Sterling White, they call him Trey. He's got 9.5, and he got another steal, but it's called for a reach-in foul there. Trey White with his second foul. Merrick Small will come in the ball game. Dion Lee is going to check in from Liberty High School. So Dion's out there. He wears 20. Free throw, 1 and 1 is good. Cole Green makes the first free throw and will get one more. Back on, no good. Gogi with a rebound. Timeout Grizzlies with 2:14 to go and a 19-point advantage with the score Grizzlies 66, Link Gear Prep 47. And it'll be a minute timeout. Back in a minute on KDY.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
The final 2:14 as the Grizzlies are going to start the season 1-0. Inbound play in the front court. Trey White, left side, Micah Garrett. Posted up inside. Merrick Small in the ball game for the Grizzlies. 6'9" postman. Right point. Here's Gogi with a 3, and it's good. Gogi, Gavilia with the bucket, a 3, and he's got 8.5, 10 for the game. Into the low block, Jackson. Post inside, right-hand turn with the shot, good. All of his points in the second half, he's got 15. 69-49. In the corner, Merrick Small dribbles across the lane, goes up, and he'll be fouled on the drive. That is going to be before the shot. Rashad Weekly is back in. Trey White goes out. Gage Pitts is in the ball game now. And Micah Garrett comes out. Rashad Weekly will throw the ball in for the Grizzlies. Merrick Small, 6'9", from Ipswich, Australia. Will hand it to Rashad Weekly, and he traveled with the basketball. The pass was a little hard for being about a foot away from him, and he bobbled and traveled with it. 9th turnover on the Grizzlies. 21 on Link Year. 69-49. Rashad on the ball out front. McDowell dribbles, and blocking foul will be on the Grizzlies. That'll be their 10th team foul. Rashad Weekly is called for his 3rd. This weekend, the Grizzly volleyball team will try to punch an automatic ticket in Vincennes, Indiana. Here's the free throw. First one by McDowell is good. In fact, our halftime guest on Friday will be Paula Wiedemann. And we'll talk about the volleyball season in general and talk about this weekend's activity as the Grizzlies will be in the national tournament this year one way or the other here in West Plains. Next one is good. They can either play the tournament spot by winning twice on Sunday. At the very least, if they don't, they'll get a at-large bid. 69-51. We have 1 minute to go in the basketball game. Weekly out front. Hands it to Nate Houston. Ball knocked away. And now the ball kick goes back court. Weekly feeds up ahead. Gage Pitts takes it all the way in. Got fouled on the drive. And that'll go against McDowell after the turnover on Link Year. That should be a 1-and-1. Gage Pitts, the shooter, and the first one is good for the Thayer Bobcat grad. Next try, good. (71-51). Gage has 4. Jackson out front. Double team on the ball. They'll get it back outside. Cole Green back to the low block to Jackson. He's been really good here in the second half. Turnaround fall away from 10, no good. Rebound is tipped over, and Pitts has it for the Grizzlies. Gage in the front court free throw line will circle out. 17 seconds to go. There will be no shot, and this ball game will end with a 20-point difference. The final score is going to be 71-51. The Grizzlies start 1-0 here at the Civic Center. And the fans and a really good crowd here tonight on this Tuesday night enjoyed this. And that'll take us to our post game coming up next, 71-51. Jared Fay, the head coach of the Grizzlies, will join us in just a moment here on Hot Country KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Garrett. Your backyard should be a fall oasis, not a challenge. With Steel, you can enjoy great value on outdoor power equipment that will get you there. From lightweight battery-powered blowers to easy-starting powerful chainsaws, Steel has what you need to take on your to-do list. Stop in and see us today.
We might have just come out with our most refreshing Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer yet. It's called the Essential Collection. It's made with coconut water and real fruit juice, so it's always going to have a real refreshing fruit taste. Can refreshing get any more refreshing? Yep, it can, and it just did. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, made with coconut water and real fruit juice for a superior taste. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer, IRC Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
71-51 is the final score. 10 players scored for the Grizzlies tonight. And Jared Fay joins us here. To my left, we're undefeated. We're 1-0. What did you see tonight? And let me just try to kind of steer it one way right here at the beginning. Dallas Clayton is nothing like the player he was last year for you.
Yeah, Dallas Clayton last year I think would probably be in the hospital right now at Ozarks, but he did. He had to battle a lot with a really big dude, and there was times I kind of wanted to give him a break, but we didn't really have anybody else who was going to guard that guy, so Dallas had to fight through that.
It's hard to really put a finger on anything in particular, other than the fact you did, as I was counting, you forced 22 turnovers in the ball game. So, that's a good sign. You had 3 turnovers in the first 2 minutes of the first half, and then just had 2 the last 18 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't our best offensive output. We missed some open shots and missed some lands, but I thought we guarded hard. We played hard the whole game. Guys did a good job communicating, and we were mixing up defense a little bit. And I just told them, hey, if we don't hit any shots tonight, that's okay. Let's find another way to win. And the guys played hard and did it.
Everybody that got in the game in the first half scored at least 1 point, and I thought that from a team standpoint, I thought your kids really played together pretty good.
They do. They do that every day in practice, and it's kind of how we're built as guys that, everybody wants to score points, but these guys really legitimately cheer their teammates on. I feel like we did a pretty good job making the extra pass, and, Trey White, especially in the second half there, just some of the passes and the way he runs the show might not always go noticed by everybody, but it certainly is noticed by our team.
Even though you've been practicing for quite a while with this bunch, it takes a while before you're able to kind of mesh and play together, especially when you have a lot of kids playing and you got a lot of different combinations out there. Have you seen particular combinations that you like better defensively or offensively and things like that?
Yeah, Kyle Germany, of course, is out, and he really sparks us defensively. But I thought Kenan Peebles did a really good job tonight of flying around, making things happen, and then we were just sound. But, yeah, that's all stuff we're trying to figure out. Like I said earlier, it's our identity we're kind of trying to find out. But it's early, and that's what these games are for.
Well, we have no game Thursday, got a game on Friday at 5 o'clock, correct?
That is correct, yes. Been kind of a whirlwind, but we're thankful that Missouri Baptist will come down here and play us, and we wanted to get the game in before so we could all go over and watch the Scissors football.
All right, so then we'll have 2 games in Oklahoma City, Sunday and Monday afternoon, and we'll talk a little bit more about that once we get to the Friday night game. Well, congratulations. Good start, 1-0. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Robert.
Jared Fay.